The one thing I hope that impresses our guests when they come here is that, holy cow, a restaurant at this level using this quality of ingredients is inside a museum, number one, which you'd never expect. Usually you have a tray and you're marching down the line. No, this is actually a great lunch restaurant, and there's fewer and fewer great lunch restaurants in Chicago. The space is really white. There's windows that look onto Michigan Avenue and on Lake Michigan to the east, and then let's not forget some Millennium Park are really the scene. You don't really need anything else, but the food is the star. And Meg Colleran, who's behind me here, is the chef de cucina, and Meg's very passionate, as am I, but I think she's more passionate than me about buying local and shopping at farmers markets. Whether you're a foodie and you want an incredible gourmet experience, or whether you're just out to see art and you have some extra time to enjoy lunch, there's something for everyone.
So Tommy, you say that Terzo piano is a true work of art. Tell us why you chose it.
I think that Terzo piano is truly unique. I've had the opportunity to travel a lot and eat at art museums all over the world. Argentina's Malba Museum, the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, the Van Gogh Museum, Café Marley at the Louvre, and this one is unique in the United States, that it is attached to a major art institution. And not your typical kind of, lunch cafeteria place that's full of like school kids on buses running around screaming. That's what's typical at a museum. But this place actually has a focus on organic, sustainable, and local farms in the area. So I think that their presentation with the food is really quite unique.
I think you're right. It really is, it's a wonderful place. Ingredients, no one can argue, are quality, and the food is very tasty. The food is a work of art. But I think the reason why museum restaurants are kind of a quick takeout nature is because you're at a museum for so long that you don't really have the energy for a big long lunch.
Yeah.
And at Terzo Piano, it is a big long lunch. It's a very, very elegant affair, and we were there for almost 2 hours.
I go there for lunch a lot, and I get in and out on a Friday, busy lunch in an hour and 15 minutes.
Dave, would you agree?
Well, I went there, and the food was great, but I know it's a high-end restaurant. I could always use a larger size serving. But the food was extremely tasty. And the one thing, I know it matches very well with the museum itself, the way it looks. In terms of everything being white, the silver chairs, it was kind of minimalistic. And it kind of gave me a cool feeling.
I think that it's done also on purpose. It's an art gallery, museum environment. And really what happens in this all-white space is you get to actually focus on the outside of the restaurant, as well as the terrace, where there is a revolving collection of art on the Blum Family Terrace. And one thing happens, I know, in an all-white room. If you wear the right outfit, you pop. You become the art. Yeah. The food is the art, and the people become the art. Not only that, but then you have this incredible panoramic vista that is unlike any other place that I've ever been in the city of Chicago.
But the ambiance and the atmosphere is there, but is the view really something to write home about? I didn't really get that.
Well, you get Millennium Park.
Yeah.
You got downtown skyline, you could see the buildings. I mean, it was crisp and blue when I was there.
You look out from that terrace and you see this grandeur of architecture designed by Renzo Piano. And then you can look and see the old cityscape, city wall of Chicago, and go back into history and see what an important city Chicago has been architecturally. I think it is a special occasion kind of a place. It is a truly unique environment.
Dave, what did you eat?
I had the smoked whitefish croquets, and those were very small. Came with a nice Caribbean aioli and some fennel. And then I also had the Tri-Burger Fantasy. I thought that they could have used a little bit more seasoning, and they were a little bit small. And a big mound of French fries. It would have been a little bit better if they were truffle oil French fries, but yeah. I won't complain. But in terms of the lamb burger was excellent. The Wagyu beef was good, but the shrimp burger didn't have any sauce on it. And maybe I should have asked because I thought it could have used a sweet chutney or some kind of something to offset
contrast right against the shrimp. I got the Top Chef Master's raviolo, which is this one big ravioli. And Dave, I'm like you. I probably could have used a few more raviolos. There was one raviolo for $10, and so I was a little bit taken aback that I was sitting in front of a $10 ravioli. It was tasty. I do think it probably could have used a little more salt. And the other appetizer I shared with my husband was the pork belly flatbread. That was a star.
Oh, I had that too.
Isn't that great? It's crispy, and the crust is crispy, the pork belly is crispy, and the cheese melts in your mouth. It was the perfect combination. The chef does know what she's doing. And then I had the trio of burgers as my entree. That was really fun, really delicious and whimsical entree.
Well, Tommy, you picked Terzo Piano. Sum it up for us.
It's a great place to take people from out of town or for a nice romantic evening.
And Karen?
If you're interested in a long day at the museum, accompanied by a spectacular lunch, and you have the energy and time for it, go. If you don't mind going a little bit out of your way off of crowded Michigan Avenue, go. Otherwise, probably better places for you.
All right, Dave.
If you have friends in from out of town and you want to go have some great, fresh tasting organic food, it's a place to go. If you want to go for beer and a burger, there are other institutes you can go to.
All right, well, you can dine with the Masters at Terzo Piano, 159 East Monroe on the 3rd floor, 312-443-8650. They're open for lunch daily, dinner on Thursdays. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is $30.